Hey everyone, how's it going? Meister here. Welcome back to Bixton on this gray and rainy day. In today's episode, I am going to be working in Auburn in this specific area here, which I hope will be quite interesting because I am going to attempt to do something rather unique. I have this sunken section of highway here, which I would like to develop into, a proper sunken highway with off-ramps and on-ramps and with some actual highway walls and not just dirt. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I totally forgot to switch my mod pack over to my Bixton pack. So I switch packs depending what city I'm working on. This is my Gasparilla Harbor pack, which has like many more mods than what Bixton usually has. But I think that's okay, because for this episode, I might actually make use of a lot of these mods. Move It is a must. I might use, obviously I'm going to use some terraforming tools and whatnot. But anyways, for this episode, I have all my mods installed. So yeah, let's get started. Let's see what we can do here. What I want to start by doing is I am going to draw this road, and I suppose I'll connect it up to this little road over here. So let's do this. We'll have this road come out straight, and then we'll curve it like this. And awesome, I'm getting a pillar right in the middle of this road, which is fantastic. That is always super satisfying. And then we'll have this road coming straight through here. There we go. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And now, I don't know if it's really if there's any use having an interchange here because there's an intersection here, but I suppose, I guess why not? I guess we could have a couple of off and on ramps going in this direction. So I am going to flatten out a little bit of a wide spot here to give us room to build an off and on ramp. So I'm going to do an elevated section of road. Start it off here, and then this is going to go down to ground level. I guess something like this, and then I'm going to add a third lane. Oh my god, my game's lagging pretty hard, guys, because of the rain. But I already started this episode, so I'm just going to deal with it, and hopefully it stops pretty soon. There, so let's do this, and then we'll connect this up. Hopefully it looks nice and smooth. Yeah, that's not bad. Do the same over here. Oh, are we gonna have trouble? Oh, actually, this would look pretty neat. There, so it appears to have taken away our column in the center here. Can I re-add that in some way? Let's see, how can I do this? Oh yeah, there we go. That looks marvelous. Now this overpass is rather high. Like, this is really high up in the air. What I think I'll do is use Move It to bring my highway just a little bit higher, and that'll help make our on and off ramps just a little smoother, and plus it'll look a little more realistic. So I'm gonna use Move It here just to raise the terrain by quite a bit. Probably up to like here, I think that would be appropriate. And I'll just have to make some minor adjustments on some of these sections. There we go. That's gonna look so much nicer. There we go, not bad at all. And you know what? I'm gonna make use of all the mods that we have. Let's add some retaining walls. On either side, and yeah, that looks a lot better. Maybe I'll add a couple more. These little holes here. That looks pretty cool. And then, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but if I flatten the terrain like this, right up against these retaining walls, yeah, that looks not bad. There we go. So now I have another overpass here. So I could have like another off ramp and then an on ramp coming here. So it would kind of be like a reverse diamond interchange. I guess it would kind of divide traffic up into these two roads. But I'm just curious if I shouldn't. I think that'd be fine if I just had like one off ramp here and then an on ramp as well. So I am going to have this section of road be 3 lanes. And then what we'll do is go here, we'll create a little connector. Oh, do I gotta turn on anarchy as well? I may have had anarchy on in the past when I built this overpass. It looks pretty low. Definitely lower than the game's minimum. Oh, yeah, let's do a 3-laner. There we go. So then we'll go from here. Connect this directly up. And then we'll connect this up just like so. Delete this, and there we have it. That is looking nice and smooth. However, looks like I'm dealing with a little bit of artifacting here just due to this slope, or not the slope, but the angle is so steep, I think. There. That still looks pretty nice. I think I would want this to be a retaining wall just like this. Yeah. There, so let's hit play because everything is functional now. And now comes the next step. We need to build a proper trench in here. So using, I think I could try my hand at using paths, but I don't know how that's gonna go. So I think instead I'll use some alleys. So I'm gonna go here and flatten the terrain alongside this highway. So we're gonna make it all nice and smooth as much as we can. And this is my first time doing this, guys, so take whatever I'm doing with a grain of salt, because I have no idea if this is like the best way to do this, but I guess we'll see at the very end. Oh, it looks like I raised some of the terrain in a couple spots. Oh, I'm lowering the brush strength. I meant to be lowering the brush size. There we go, that's better. And then brush strength can be increased, because I want all of this to be nice and flat. There we go, and then I'll smooth this out. All right, how's about that? Now let's go into alley. And then since I have all my mods installed, this should be a piece of cake. Now all I have to do is really follow. Now I didn't really make things easier on myself by having these nice smooth curves. This is gonna make this a little more difficult. So I'll do this, and then do that, and then do this. I'll have this going straight through here, and I won't actually connect these alleys directly to the road because I want to limit the amount of access points. You know, we don't want to cause traffic for no reason. Oh yeah, that'll look nice. And then, bam. We'll start off with that. Actually, what I should have done is use the parallel road tool and then just space them out like wildly. I don't know how that would have worked, but it's okay. Actually, I'll just remove snapping altogether. And we'll try this. And like I said, guys, we have all these wonderful mods installed, so I can fix things as we see fit here. Oh, nope, I don't want that to connect. Okay, there we go. So this is a pretty rough, you know, it's like a rough-in of what it should be. But you know, it's looking not bad. So I am going to want all of this to be level. Now I gotta say, the move it tool, although it's really good, it's still kind of primitive. So everything's gonna be mostly manual. You know, at lining everything up. So let's have this to a key over here. Are there any other sections that could use the same thing? No, I think we're good. And now what I'll do is I'll just touch up this spot over here. Oh, yeah, I missed a spot. This little segment. So typically, you know, this would be the type of build that I do in time-lapse mode because it's hard to record these kind of projects live because you don't know how it's gonna go and how the whole process is gonna go, right? This is all new to me. But I want to take you guys along for the ride. You know, this is mostly a Let's Play style series, so I'd rather just take you guys along for the ride. Oh, no, actually, can I remove the key from that side? No, maybe not. That's okay. Alright, so now let's fix this side. Seems to be a little more lumpy bumpy. There, well, you know what? It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flatten the terrain a bit more just so it's nice and level. the sides of these side walls. Now, unfortunately, everything's going to be at a different level than, you know, the university campus and whatnot. But once this area becomes all developed, you won't really notice that much. So we'll just have like a big sunken basin along here, and then I'll go ahead and smooth this out, so then once everything becomes all built up, won't even notice this, not even a little bit. So now let's do the same thing over on this end. Okay, there we go. That actually looks not bad, if I say so myself. You know, there's still some little lumpy, bumpy areas, but I think I did the best I can, really, with the tools that I got. So now, let's start laying down some streets, and then we can actually start building out this area. So I'm still gonna kind of follow, not necessarily a grid pattern, but I want to follow the natural, how would I say this? Just the natural state of all the surrounding roads, right? So we would have a road coming straight through here. How's this gonna work out? Oh yeah, look at that, guys. And then we can even add, can we add a pillar right in the middle here? Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Let's see, we'll have this road. That will come through here, and from this point, I don't really know where it would go. Let's check. I guess we'll do this, and then we'll connect these two roads up. Yep, that looks good. That makes sense. And then we'll have another 2-lane road coming through here. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Hang on. I think we gotta add our retaining walls again. Yep, there we go. No big deal. But it appears to have elevated these section of roads, which might not be a big deal. And then let's just see if we can maybe squeeze a column in the middle. Nope. We turn off anarchy, maybe? Snapping, I mean. No, I guess it's just not right. That's okay. You know, this bridge looks like it could go without a pillar. It's not overly long. So those are our 2 bridges. That actually looks really nice, and potentially we could have maybe a couple of pedestrian bridges as well. So what I'll do now is go in between these main roads, and then I'm gonna add some little streets. Alright guys, I got a basic road layout, and let's actually get into zoning. So most of this area I think will become row housing, and then maybe let's mix in some just regular old medium density. And actually, you know what, maybe some mixed housing as well. We'll make this a nice, diverse area of the city. And then perhaps a bit farther out, we can slowly transition into some more low density, you know, commercial, maybe some single family homes as well. Although, I don't know, this area looks like pretty high density, so maybe a mixture of single family homes, apartment buildings, and you know, maybe a couple of just smaller houses. Wow, I have like 0 commercial demand right now. Pretty crazy. Okay, so let's head on over to the other side of the highway. And then let's do the same thing. Let's run some streets kind of parallel to the whole thing. That should do it. And I shouldn't go any farther without placing down some more parks. I think we need a small playground in here somewhere. Look at that. We got a small zone here that didn't build yet. And then maybe we'll do, I don't know, can we fit like a ring park in here somewhere? Oh yeah, maybe, you know, turn off anarchy so we can actually get this to fit right. Here, let's turn off snapping, and then I'll try to squeeze this right here. Oh wow, we have a bit of lumpy terrain here, but that's okay. Well, it looks like we're using up all of our medium density demand, so it may take a bit of time for this area to develop. But I think what I'll do is, I think I'll mostly plop low density residential over here. And then a bit of commercial. Once we do get some demand, these areas will develop. Wow, guys, this is looking really, really cool. So I'm gonna skip ahead, and I'm gonna skip. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta do this section too. I totally forgot about that. Anyways, I'm gonna skip ahead till when this whole thing becomes all built up and fully developed, and then I'll feature it at the end of this video. All right, this neighborhood's all built up now, and this is what we've got going on. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is just spruce up the neighborhood a little bit by adding some trees. You know, some big old oak trees. Actually, let's boost this up to 100% strength. And then just load this whole area up with some nice mature oak trees to start with. This is really close to downtown, so naturally would normally be, you know, one of the more historic parts of the city. Therefore, it should have some nice trees. Now let's also do some linden trees, you know, which aren't quite as big, but still quite prominent. And then is it some hickory trees? Yeah, hickory trees are pretty large too. Let's do some of those. It's crazy by what you can get by just adding trees, you know? Look at that. Just brings so much life into a neighborhood, and looks really, really nice during the fall too. So that is wonderful. Look at that, guys. That looks awesome. If we zoom in here, let's take a look. Beautiful highway here, carving through all of these buildings. You got the row houses on either side, the beautiful city skyline backdrop. Wonderful. Now, there's one more thing that I would love to try here. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I think it would be cool to have a pedestrian bridge going from side to side here. Now, this is going to be some pretty tight spaces that I'm going to be dealing with, so I'm going to turn on Anarchy. I'm going to turn off Snapping, and I'm going to reduce my elevation steps to 1 meter. And we're going to see if we can build a nice pedestrian overpass. Oh, looks like either side of the highway is a little bit of a different elevation, but I think right here should do. Wow, that actually looks pretty nice, and I think there's enough room for semi-trucks and everything to go under. Now, unfortunately, although this bridge does connect to these roads here, the barrier doesn't go away. But you know what? Minor details. If you're looking from afar, you don't notice that at all. But it does add kind of a pizzazz to the neighborhood, you know? But I don't know, should we do the cable-stayed bridge? Or perhaps an archway would look better. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm digging the archway a little better. That looks really cool, guys. I'm really liking this neighborhood, honestly. It looks very cozy and quaint. We've got a nice highway carving right through it. Now, we're already dealing with some bottlenecking, but I think that's just because all of these people are moving into the neighborhood. Like, all of these homes literally just got finished building, so naturally there's going to be quite a bit of traffic. And oh my god, it's looking like New York City over here in Auburn, guys. Look at all these taxis that have randomly appeared. That's kind of weird, but it's okay, I guess. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly really enjoyed building this. This is really cool. I'm just going to try to spam a few more trees in here and behind these homes. It's looking great. Awesome, guys. Well, as usual, I really appreciate you watching my videos, this one in particular. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this new build. It's quite unique, and you know, I wish I would have gone and built some more, you know, sunken highways in Bixton. They look really, really cool. They're not that hard to build. You just got to be patient, take your time. You know, if you really want to get perfection, maybe you'll have to rework some areas if you're attempting a build like this. But overall, I think I'm pretty content with how this turned out, especially during a live build, right? So like I said, guys, that'll be it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as usual, dump a like, dump a comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of future uploads. And until the next episode, take care, everyone.